Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellia, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifane, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. As our heroes made plans for some more defenses for Battenrand's Hall, they talked about their plans to go south for the Great Corpse Heist and the Great Flower Heist, both of which Quintessa was finally let in on. Scam pointed out, however, that they potentially didn't need the flower if Momo could cast Greater Restoration or Dispel Good and Evil. Scam also discovered that during the night, someone had taken the book that Trevlon was trapped in. Likely, and by likely I mean 100%, it was Mr. Fox, having taken up Scam's invitation to just take the book, only while Scam wasn't looking. In a panic, he disguised another book as Trevlon's book and pretended everything was fine, when it most assuredly was not. After communing with Sirenita to double-check that there was someone who knew how to summon Mr. Fox, but that they were not a friend of the party, Momo, Quintessa, and Malifane headed out to Baylite to try and restore Azalea Lythos. Unfortunately, as they cast the spell, autumn leaves pierced through her skin, and she thrashed in agony, causing Momo to abandon the casting in fear, and the party to get kicked out of the hospital before they did any more damage. Knowing now it was definitely the Fey woman who was responsible for Azalea's condition, Quintessa flew into a panic, wondering what Esgal was thinking when he made a deal with her, and finally taking off and pocketing Esgal's wedding ring. After all, he had a lot to explain, but clearly he wasn't interested in coming back to her. Malifane, on the other hand, after pondering what he knew in circles for a long time, figured that the only way he could get answers was from the alchemist Gruvon Whitehand, who required the heart of the Fae in the first place. Doing some research, they found that Gruvon was a highly intellectual alchemist who lived in southern Irion, with his wife, Ekthrois, son, Ashton, and daughter, Kiera, all of which lined up exactly with the leader of the Plague Lords, Gruvon Gorewalker. As our heroes debated whether it would be easier to get the Mortis Memoria, and thus see the underlying cause of what was causing Azalea to be catatonic, to just kill her and revive her and hope for the best, or, for some reason, to go ask Gruvon Gorewalker for help, they came to no conclusion and decided to make plans in the morning. How has Azalea been faring ever since the casting? Will our heroes have time to do all of those plans? And how quickly will they die if they decide to just go up to Gruvon Gorewalker and ask for his help? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Hello, and welcome to Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires, the home of many fantastic optical illusions. Can't see them? Maybe you just need to look closer.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
None of you will ever understand why Queen is so angry. Joining me today are my lovely players. We have Atlas.
No. You see, magic eyes are super easy. All you have to do is lean in and...
We have Scott.
I warned you about them stairs, bro. I warned you!
We have Jojo.
What color is the goddamn dress?
And and we have Queen.
What color is a fish's blood?
Xander will not Xander will not be joining us today. It is his birthday. By the time you see this on YouTube, it will not be his birthday, unless you wait a whole year just to see this particular episode on Xander's birthday. Why? Why would you do that?
I mean, that's dedication, I'll say that.
That is very much dedication.
Happy birthday, Xander!
Alright. So, when last we left off, our heroes could not come to a conclusion about what they wanted to do, what would be the easiest path to go try and fix Azalea's whole Azalea situation. So, they headed off, and I believe it is now the day after the sending stones are done, and construction on all sorts of defenses is underway, so, oh boy, construction noises wake you up in the morning.
Almost just used to it by now.
Let's get some food.
Yeah, Mama's gonna wake up, stretch, rub his very tired eyes, not ready for today for some reason, and then he's gonna throw on a shirt and go downstairs.
Okay. Breakfast for the day is beans.
Oh, well,
Thinking
fuck
about
that.
those
No
beans.
way.
Did we just run out of food in the pantry?
What do you mean? Beans are great!
Quintessa just walks in, sees it, and immediately walks back out.
Alright then. Okay. Good morning to you too.
Momo's like digging in. He loves beans.
Of course he would.
How are the beans
Racist.
prepared?
So I roll on a random table whenever people ask what is for breakfast, lunch, dinner. It just says beans. It
Just
specifies
says
types.
beans.
It specifies for bread or for eggs, but not for beans. It's just frickin' beans. I'm assuming slopped out beans onto a plate. There you go.
Alright. I will
Brilliant.
stay and survive with a coffee, but I'm not touching them.
I like to imagine they're like the beans from a traditional English breakfast.
That's what I'm thinking. I hate them.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually, personally, I hate beans, but Momo loves them.
Ambivalent about beans, I guess. So, did you all sleep on the plans a little more last night, or?
Contessa, can you get me a coffee, please?
Yes. Okay.
Right, so here's my thought. Fuck the flour. Here's what we're gonna do, says Scam,
Yeah, no.
shoveling some more beans into his mouth. We're gonna go over there, cast magic circle or protection from good or evil, or like any number of things that protect from the Fae. We dispel the Fae bitch, we kill Malzbon, and then revivify it. Boom, easy.
We're not
been-
doing that.
How do you
We've been-
know?
Sorry, how do you know to what specific?
How do you know that's not what we're going to do? It's not up to you.
Because we haven't discussed it as a whole.
We're discussing it right now, Malafane. I don't know when you want to discuss it, because my answer has been this, is this, will be this.
No, we're discussing it right now. We're not deciding it right now.
Okay, well, when we decide, I vote. We decide to kill Mal's mom and dispel the thing and revive her plan.
You really have his personality down. Well done.
Acting.
Acting.
Right. Well, I vote we get the flower.
Of course you will.
Okay, why?
No. He brings up a very good point. Why, in particular, the flower versus, I mean, knowing how the spells are, knowing how good Momo is at,
If it was recommended to us by the Jack, as much as it's a bit of a weird thing, he's clearly in gratitude. He wants to help. He must know that that's the right way to use it.
I don't think people like that function off gratitude. He's got to have something in it for him.
All right,
True.
well, let's focus on the Fae for a moment. If the Fae is involved, she's the kind of person who focuses on the kind of thing like a monkey's paw. If she does have something to do with this, then there's most likely going to be a catch or some kind of a side effect of sorts. How do we know something isn't going to happen immediately after she's revived or after she's killed?
I
Because
presume
can-
that's...
Because we would be dispelling that.
And I have
And-
magic circle. So that would get rid of her or protect us from her, including your mother.
Look, I just don't feel very great about the whole, especially my mother killing thing.
I have no idea why. We're gonna be bringing it back.
Like I said yesterday, who's to say that could actually work?
The way
Who's
the
to say the
magic
flower could
works
work?
is what says that'll work.
Alright, let's put it a different way. Say we go to the south of Arion, we brave lizard folk, we go knock on Gurvan Gorewalker's front door, presuming we can't manage to avoid him altogether, which highly doubtful. I don't see how interacting with any of the Plague Lords would go well. Yes, they are mercenaries, but we would be intruding, one, on their territory, and then two, did we all forget that we killed his son?
That is a
Yeah.
very good point.
Yeah, you're right.
That is, of course, assuming that he would be in control of said flower, the Mortis Memoria.
I have a terrible, awful, dreadful feeling that he does.
I mean,
Wait.
if he's the one who...
I heard nothing about him having the Mortis Memoria. All I heard was, hey, let's go talk to him. He might know something about your mom.
Yeah.
So why talk to him? Why talk to... I mean, there would be nothing stopping us from going to look for the flower then, and avoiding them.
Yeah, I was gonna say going to look for him and asking for his help sounds stupid as hell.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I'm all in favor of nixing the idea of talking or doing anything with Grubon, but I still have reservations against. I still have reservations against giving the axe to my mother.
Okay, so can we agree on the one thing that going to look for the flower and only looking for the flower wouldn't cause any harm? That would be fine, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Alright. Okay. I don't know why I'm fucking deciding this, but sure, we'll go down there, we'll look for the flower, have to go talk to Kelwyn a little more, maybe get some more insight, get a vessel made to make sure that the flower doesn't, get ruined by the time we bring it back.
Oh, that's also another thing. Taking care of it on the way back. We have no guarantees that it will survive the journey. Because it is pretty delicate.
True, but trying wouldn't hurt. Of all things, trying is the most safe option, or the one with perhaps the least consequences attached to it. So, any opposed?
Scam immediately raises his hand.
Yes, I know you're opposed, and I know what you would prefer to do, but we haven't ruled out your option yet. We're just exploring alternatives.
Momo kind of like puts his hand back down a little bit, like,
Think of
Yeah.
it this way.
flower.
If we don't find it, we don't find it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we'll at least have set people's minds to rest. And there's nothing wrong with looking for alternatives. We always have the more drastic option, which I have full faith that you would be able to do, Momo.
I appreciate that. Really, thank you.
Right. So, when would you all be ready to go?
I'm ready whenever. I'm not busy.
Yeah,
The
whenever.
sooner we can get going, the better.
Okay.
All right,
I will.
I just need to make a couple of last-minute preparations if we're going, like, today. Just a quick thing, preparing spells. You know how it is.
Right, of course. Maybe not today. I would want to go and converse with Kelwyn, seeing as they're the resident botanist, see if we could cobble together some kind of, plan for keeping the flower. So maybe tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow morning, tentatively?
Early tomorrow morning?
Yeah, early tomorrow morning should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I need to stop by the smithy and check on something.
I'll head with you. I'll see if the smithy has, anything I'm interested in. We can walk and talk together, Momo.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So, I'm assuming Corellian's gonna go talk to Kelwyn. Mal and Quintessa, where are you going?
Library.
Give me one moment. I'm trying to remember. How long does it take again to do, like, a minor enchantment?
Minor enchantment is 5 days.
5 days, okay, that's not enough time. I don't really have any reservations on anything, so I guess I'll just oversee construction for the time being.
Last thing you were overseeing was the drawbridge, so I'll assume drawbridge is still the focus.
Yes.
Cool. Alright. So, we're gonna go with Corellian, heading into the herbalism laboratory first. Kelwyn is actually there, doing an early morning watering of the plants in there.
Kelwyn, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, actually. We were planning on going out in search of the Mortis Memoria tomorrow morning. And I know that you mentioned last time we spoke that it had to be kept in very specific conditions. Do you happen to have something that we could transport it in?
Actually, yes, I do. Kelwyn ducks below the shelves that several plants are on, starts pushing aside various pots in there. They have a lot of equipment for the transportation of herbs in here, and eventually they pull out a clay jar and put it on a table. This should work fine, airtight and watertight, as long as you don't, deliberately spill anything out of it.
Alright, do you happen to know what it looks like? Wait, there was a drawing, wasn't there?
There was a drawing in the info card.
Okay, cool.
It looks like a flowering black lily with a scarlet center bulb.
Oh,
that's
alright.
cool. Wow.
Okay, actually, yes, I did have a few other questions.
Okay.
How potent are the plants? Would you know, like, how much would we need to make a dosage of medicine, so to speak?
Well, I would wager if you got just the one, I could still make something usable out of that. More would increase the chances of it not, becoming a cloud of toxic gas when used in a mixture.
Okay. In that case, we will do our best to gather as many as possible, and we're not set up to cultivate them here.
It would take some time to be able to put somewhere where they could grow naturally, considering they grow in swampland and we are not in swampland.
Right. Just wanted to check to see if it was possible to get a cultivar going or something, just in case. Have you met Annabelle by any chance?
Is she related to that really creepy dude who goes out in the woods sometimes with the axe?
Really creepy
Yeah,
dude.
really big, very quiet, has this, like, dead-eyed stare.
Oh. No, not related. He's her assistant of sorts, I think.
Okay, no, I'm a little glad to say I have not run into her, then.
Alright, Annabelle's actually really nice. It's just her assistant who's a bit off-putting, but
I mean,
just wanted
they said that about Momo and then bears.
Momo, like Annabelle, and like a lot of people, really do mean the best. And I talked to Momo about it, so you shouldn't experience any more bears anytime.
I mean, on the one hand, I'm glad. On the other, it's really not something I ever thought I would have to experience in my life, but we live in interesting times.
Yeah, that's certainly one way of putting it. I brought up Annabelle because I wanted to know if you'd met. She is the resident alchemist, so if you needed her, if she would be useful, if her services or equipment would be useful, please tell her and let her know. I can also go and tell her that, you might be needing her assistance.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you have far more important things to do than act as little messenger bird between us. I can find someone else to be messenger bird. Wow, that sounds awful now that I say it out loud.
If you are, Corellian sort of like taps their chin with a claw. Well, Calvin, if you are particularly busy right here, and they sort of like wink a little, I would be more than happy to pass on the message.
I have so many projects, Kelwin says, just blindly poking and prodding at various pots nearby, careful not to knock any over. They almost knock one over, but quickly set it back into place. Yeah, very, 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 very busy. Passing on a message would be very kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll do so, and she might drop by, and I'll ask her to drop by alone, okay? It'll be fine.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Kelwin. And Corellian will take the pot and take their leave.
All right.
Or the clay jar, rather.
Clay jar. Meanwhile, as Momo and Scam head for the smithy, Scam starts peeling off and gestures for Momo to follow him.
He hesitantly follows.
Okay, Momo. You understand that going for the flower is a totally stupid bullshit plan, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting eaten by lizard folk, especially when the obvious solution is right here and we easily have the funds to do it.
I know, but it's his mother, and I can't really... As much as I would like to, I can't really disrespect his decision.
Well,
you understand?
I mean, fuck what he thinks. We can just do it without him knowing, and, we can send him a message later saying, hey, we revived your mother. You can come back from being eaten by lizard folk. Everyone wins.
But how would he feel, though?
I really do not give a single crap how he feels. If his mother is not dead and not possessed by a fae, if he somehow feels bad about that, that's his problem.
He, grips the tip of his beak and just... thinks for a sec. Do you really think this will work?
100% yes, there's no reason it should not.
He looks back at Baton Rance, thinking about Malphane. Okay.
Alright, we should probably either sneak out, like, right now or when everyone's sleeping, so that we have, like, plenty of time before they all go on a suicide mission into the swamps.
Okay, alright. Just tell me when you're ready to go and we'll head over.
I'm actually ready right now. I totally lied about preparing spells. I do that in the morning, like, immediately.
Wait, right now?
What?
I actually do need to check something at the smith.
Alright, fine, then in the middle of the night, I'll just wake you up and be very stealthy and say, hey, Momo, we're leaving.
Do you think it would be better to leave now?
I mean, if we leave now, we might be able to get there by the evening and stop them from heading out in the first place. That's why I was eager to leave now, if possible, but, like, when no one's watching and can report back also works for me.
Okay, alright. Okay. He, like, slaps his own face. Okay. This feels so wrong. Let's do this.
Alright, we're doing this. We're going on a mother heist. It's like the flower heist, but way better.
Oh, dear Lord Serenita, please let this work.
Alright. I'm just gonna set down a Momo token in the world map to separate you from the rest of the party.
Oh, fuck.
Yay, Momo token!
Momo token!
Scott, I'm so sorry!
Sorry, what?
I said, Scott, I'm so sorry!
I heard you were talking about something behind Malphane's back, so I intentionally chose not to listen in.
Okay.
Good player strategy.
Good player strategy, actually, yeah. Alright. So, Momo and Scam head out into the wilderness around Baton Rance Hall. Nothing's really happening in the library, and I rolled for random encounters. Nothing's really happening during construction. So, unless we want to roleplay out giving the message to Annabelle, which Jasper is currently out, if that affects any role-playing opportunities to talk to her.
Actually, yeah, I would like to talk to her concerning, find out more about the whole...
Cool.
The whole deal.
Alright. Corellian, you head over to Annabelle's lab, knock on the door, and she opens it. Jasper is currently absent, and the curtain that hid him is pulled aside. The whole area looks to be rather cleaned up now that he is not in it. Hi, Corellian. Anything I can help you with?
Yes, actually. First, it's nice to see you. Good morning, afternoon, whatever.
Time of day.
Good time of day. Right. We are currently, we are planning to go out and get a particular component to make some medicine for Malaphane's mother. The herbalist, Kelwyn, have you met him or, met them or seen them at all?
I've heard that name back when I was a student. Always kind of a bit jumpy. I never think I really talked to him. Them. The is apostrophe EM. So I was not misgendering the Dragonborn. Not misgendering the Dragonborn.
It's fine. It's fine. I got you. I understood what you meant by. All right. They mentioned that they had recently graduated, but yes, if you wouldn't mind lending some assistance once it actually comes to synthesizing the material, synthesizing the flower Mortis Memoria. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
Annabelle whistles. She's vaguely heard of it. I'll roll her medicine, which I think she's got ranks in. She 100% does, I remember, because she was kicking ass with medicine rolls, disarming the rat plague. to see how much she knows about Mortis Memoria. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. What is her modifier? Oh, that's terrible.
Oh no, Annabelle. That's a crit fail. Yeah, I've heard of it, she says, nodding very vigorously.
Great, excellent. In that case, I mentioned to Kelwyn that they should talk to you if they need, things like equipment, and if you wouldn't mind lending them some assistance, that would be wonderful.
Yeah,
And,
definitely I can do that. Yeah.
And then Kelwyn mentioned seeing Jasper out in the woods, and as you mentioned yourself, Kelwyn is more than a little jumpy. So, if possible, if you go end up helping Kelwyn, would you mind perhaps either leaving Jasper behind or something?
Oh yeah,
like
of course. Jasper's not really of any help when it comes to the scientific side of things, so I don't tend to have him assist in experiments anyway.
Okay. I actually... Is everything okay, Annabelle?
Yeah. Jasper's around and he wasn't before. Why wouldn't it be okay?
Just times being what they are. Just wanted to make sure things are going alright. I, heard folk talking, how folk like to talk, so I wanted to check in.
People are still talking about that, huh?
People will always be scared of what they don't understand, and I just worry, because I think we both know what people do when they are scared, or what they're capable of doing when they're scared.
Well, I mean, at the very least, Jasper can probably take care of himself, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
No, and I'm sure it won't. I just want to make sure that you're safe and everything's okay.
I'm doing fine, Carillion. Thanks for checking in.
Alright, I'll leave you to it.
Alright. Annabelle waves goodbye, and you head out from the alchemist's lab. I can't believe of all the tracks I have, I don't have the one for heading out in the plains. 1 second. Alright. Momo and Scam, meanwhile, head out into the plains around Baton Rance Hall. Oh shoot, I need to move the mailman. I think by fast-forwarding the mailman would be able to get to the door. There we go. Alright, so it should just be like a day trip there and a day trip back. No one's gonna be mad about anything. We good here, Momo? Momo! Momo, you are on mute.
Thank you for telling me. This feels so wrong.
We've been over this.
I know, but I just...
Okay, but what is the worst thing? Not telling Malifane, or bringing his mother back from the dead?
What if it goes wrong?
Literally, it can't. The spells are not designed to have a chance to go wrong unless you decide, oh no, it's spooky leaves, and stop in the middle of it.
He said something about monkey's paw sort of thing. I don't know. What if
I
she
don't know
someone
what,
else?
I don't know what that is. That sounds like a pop culture reference to me.
I just hope he doesn't take it too bad. 'Cause you know how he can get when it comes to revenge or something.
Look. If for whatever reason he has a problem with this, you can tell the truth and say it was my idea. Because it was. You're the one who's got the power to do this, but it was, in fact, my idea. There's no possible way he can disagree with that. I have been very vocal about this.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just... This is... I've never done anything like this before, go behind my friend's back. I mean, well, that's not true exactly. Anyway, let's just get this over with.
Alright, also, if you have, like, augury or commune or whatever, if you still got, like, doubts, then you could ask. I would suggest augury, so that we have the higher level spell slots to dispel shit.
Mm-hmm. I have it prepared.
Alright, cool. We can ask, hey, is this a good plan?
Okay. Let's do that when we're at the hospital, though.
Alright. And I'm gonna roll for random encounters along the way.
Oh, fuck me. This is happening. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
There are 0 random encounters along the way.
I'm gonna shit, guys. I'm gonna shit.
Yep, do it. Howard.
Alright. So, you head to the shoreline and then eventually get over to the ferries over to Baylight. I believe it's 2 gold per trip over. So, I'll go ahead and take that from Scam. Yeah, he's got more than enough to pay for that.
So does Momo, but I won't. That's not my problem.
It was Scam's plan after all.
That's true. That's true.
It was, in fact, Scam's plan.
Reducing your culpability.
I cannot scroll down on Scam's character sheet. What the fuck?
He has a DM lock on it.
Write him an IOU.
Scam, you owe 2 gold. If you don't pay it, I'll fucking come for you.
My lead pipe will have a conversation with your kneecaps.
Alright. And you head over to the city of Baylight.
I'm actually terrified. I'm actually so scared. Okay.
Alright.
He's like, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Momo, you are being very suspicious. Stop
I'm
being
sorry,
suspicious.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Butterfly hugs. Butterfly hugs. Okay. What now?
Now we go to the hospital and, purge the Fae, kill the mom, revive the mom, it's fine.
Should we take her back with us when she's revived?
Like, if you want to try stealing someone from the middle of the hospital, be my guest, it sounds amazing, but also there are only 2 of us and I'm not sure how far we would get.
That's a good point. Let's not attempt that then.
Yeah. If we had all 5 of us, absolutely we could pull off the Great Mother heist, but, let's not. When there's just 2.
Okay. Alright. Let's go.
Alright. You head into the hospital.
I'm not ready. I'm not fucking ready. At this point, Momo is prepared to cast Augury, and he does so.
Alright. So, you cast out the bones and the sticks and look for signs of how your plan is going to go. What question do you ask Augury?
Scam is normally the one who asks the questions.
Okay. If we purge the Fae, which would probably kill Malaphane's mom, and then revive the mom, is that a good plan? And then you hear back. Weal and woe.
Oh.
I mean, I heard the wheel, so that's a good thing, right?
I also heard wow, but that's not a good thing. And we can ask... How many questions?
1. Unless you cast it again.
Okay. Fuck, okay, but I I'm okay for now. I'll go with those results.
All right. You start
Wait,
to.
how will we even get into the hospital without getting caught?
I assume by just asking to see his mother. I mean, they let us in before, they'll let us in again, right?
Yeah, but Malifane was with us, and he's her son.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
I don't
Oh
think.
shit, you didn't plan this out, Samuel!
Okay, here's what we do. Here's what we do, okay? We're gonna get a trench coat. I'm gonna get onto your shoulders and put on the trench coat and cast Disguise Self. You're gonna put on some boots, and I'm gonna look like Malifane. What? It's the perfect plan. I mean, I might need to duck a little so that I'm, like, about as short as he is, because we'd probably be able to take him, me standing on your shoulders, but still. That's how we get in. We just disguise ourselves as Malifane.
Okay, fine. But this is your plan. I'm not responsible for anything that happens.
Yeah, there we go, up top. Okay, weak, but I'll take it.
Please forgive me. I am very afraid for my safety. And yours. And his mother's. And possibly Malifane. And possibly my own innocence. Malifane will probably try to kill me if he finds out. And what if Corellian finds out? I don't know what. Oh my god.
Okay, don't do that, and we might be able to pull this off. Because if my legs are panicking when I'm Malifane, people are going to assume some very funny things, but also that we're not Malifane.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on myself.
Okay. Alright, you cast Calm Emotions to magically make you stop panicking.
Sadly, it doesn't work in real life.
Oh no, oh heck. And I'm going to assume that you can head around town and go pick up a trench coat from a general store or a tailor's and deduct, let's say 3 gold from the scam for it. A whopping 3 gold, wow.
Wow, that's a nice trench coat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now hold real steady as he puts some boots onto you, Momo, to disguise the fact that you have freaking bird talons.
Certainly.
Okay. This is definitely gonna work. Oh wait, I can just cast Alter Self. That's way better. And Scam casts Alter Shelf. He pulls out one of his many syringes, injects himself with it, and starts twitching. You hear the sound of blood vessels shifting and bones cracking as his body starts to morph and turn into the upper torso of Malifane Lythos.
I'm disgusted yet intrigued.
Why, thank you, lower half
Now,
of me. This is what Malifane sounds like. Hello.
I mean, he did used to have another half.
So, I know you can decide the sound of your voice, so he does sound exactly like Malifane, but it's a lot funnier for me to just do Scam imitating Malifane.
No, perfect. Do it, man. Let's do it.
Okay. So, alright. Forward, left a little bit. Don't worry about the arms. I am the arms. I can grab things. You just need to walk. Not that fast. I'm about to fall over. All right. And eventually you head into the hospital. Scam clears his throat. Hello again. It's me, Malifane. I'm here to see my mother to make sure that she hasn't gotten worse or anything. I'm gonna give him advantage on deception.
Yes! Yes! Fuck!
Momo, just to aid this, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I have a 0.
No!
Okay, so those particular scores, even though your knees start wobbling a little bit, Momo, the combined result is still enough to pass. It's reasonable enough that Malafane would want to see his mother, even if he's sounding and walking funny. So the hospital staff look
He
up.
did just see his mom, like, scream in 2 voices and shake violently.
Yeah. Also, yeah, flash of genius to Momo to help that out.
Yes.
And the hospital clerk looks up, raises an eyebrow, shrugs. You know where her room is? We'll be outside if you need anything.
And
All right.
start walking towards the room.
You walk into the room. As you open the door and step inside, both Momo and Scam feel this strong, magical presence start to surround them. Gonna need the both of you to make a... let me see what spell this is. A charisma saving throw.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Momo, you failed.
No!
So, as you step inside, Momo, you start glowing. Flash of Genius would not have helped, unfortunately. Flash of Genius can save Scam, but not Momo.
Oh.
As you step inside, Momo, you start glowing, and you feel lighter and lighter, and then poof, you vanish into thin air, and Scam falls to the floor, boom, still looking like the upper torso of Malafane. Momo?
Wait.
Momo, what the fuck?
Did I just die?
No, Momo, because when you open your eyes, you find yourself in a very, very dark forest with
Got banished.
autumn leaves swirling around you, and the Fey woman sitting on a tree stump, sipping a glass of wine, staring right at you.
I zone out for 20 minutes.
I was wondering
What
when you'd
just
be
happened?
back. Meanwhile, at dinner at Baton Rance Hall.
What? You should have seen this coming.
So, all right, dinner at Baton Rance Hall. Construction noises are still happening. As I scroll up to construction noises. Construction noises are happening.
Wait a fucking minute. I was working. Where is the drawbridge in Baton Rance?
Up at the front.
There's some bullshit right there.
What? What? No, that's what the bridge is on.
Where did they leave from?
Didn't they sneak out to the forest?
They sneak out
Yeah.
to the forest, yeah.
Okay.
And dinner is roast pigeon.
Oh, there we go.
Now that's symbolism.
Well, I shall eat without complaint.
You both still good to leave in the morning?
Yes?
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
Made enough preparations as it is.
Great. I did get a vessel from Kelwyn that should work. Kelwyn is fine with working with Annabelle to synthesize the stuff, so we should be mostly good to go as far as I can tell. There's, just the whole traveling there, finding it, avoiding lizard folk, avoiding the plague lords, and then coming back in one piece. So, it should be just fine.
It's worth having a backup plan just in case we do, God forbid, run into one of those two somehow.
Yes.
I don't know.
Is diplomacy entirely out of the realm of possibility for the lizard
Yes.
For the lizard folk?
folk? For the lizard folk.
I believe so, from what we've encountered before when it comes to the lizard folk. Remember on the way to Merdine, they were definitely not up for talking.
Mm.
And, the lizard folk patrol that the Shisen Fae caught on the way, remember? Yeah, they definitely weren't up for diplomacy at that time either. It might be more difficult because, well, we will be in lizard folk territory as opposed to out of it. But I'm sure between a lot of us we can all handle ourselves.
I don't doubt it.
We've dealt with worse. And as for backup plans when it comes to running into the Plague Lords, I mean, Acthoris kind of didn't really care because she was on the job, so we could probably just fuck off as long as we're not actively bothering them. I doubt that will cause too many issues. At least with Acthoris. I don't really know about.
Acthoris is a hired hand. So long as we're not her target, she's not going to bother us, like you said.
Right. And I mean, Gruvon lost his interest with you as soon as Asgol fucked off, so that's good, in a sense. Have any of you seen... Did Scammer Momo come back yet? Did they turn in early, or they still...
I haven't seen them.
Now that you mention it, no, I haven't seen them since this morning.
They might be out in the tavern or something.
Probably.
You think
Or
it's
I'd
worth
want to
checking
be.
just in case, or...
Do I look as if I can be bothered?
Crowline sort of tilts their head.
So since the sending stones are done, I'm trying to think of whether or not Scam would have left both of them here or taken one. I think he would have taken one to send a message when and if he revived.
Just to rub it into people's face.
Just to rub it into people's face.
Hey, guess what? Your mom's here. She says hi. Yeah, Carlin sort of tilts their head and is like, well, I mean, they're either in the tavern or the bathhouse, and knowing Scam, he's probably getting shit-faced right now, and I don't blame him. I kind of want to do that myself. But, nah. He'll turn up. I mean, it's not the latest. It's not even the latest hour right now.
Yeah,
I suppose
well,
they'll show up in the morning.
it gives some peace and quiet at least.
Well, for one of them at least.
Bert,
Speaking of getting shit-faced.
Bert heads into the dining hall looking rather alarmed. So the new sending stones, you guys finished? Good news is they work.
Oh,
Right.
excellent.
Bad news is I just got a message from Scam on them.
Okay.
Why couldn't you just bring it to our attention? Wait,
He's bringing it to our
Message.
attention now.
Yeah.
I think I mean scam.
So, the message was, let's see if I remember all the 25 words or less correctly. Guys, problem. Momo's gone. Oh fuck. I don't think I'm allowed back in Baylight. Had a great plan. It just went fucky. Coming back. Help.
Wait, he's in Baylight? Why the fuck is he in Baylight?
Wait. He didn't.
He didn't.
Oh, I really hope he didn't.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Right. Bert, thank you so much for bringing that. Do you happen to have the other half of the sending stones?
Let me double check how long you have to send the message back. Because I don't think there's a time limit. It's just like one charge and then done. Yeah, I think as long as the other sending stone isn't used, you can send a sending stone message back.
Okay.
Uh,
Bert, do you have the other half on you?
yeah, I still got it. Didn't respond since I figured, that wasn't what I should be doing, and you'd have much better words for what just happened than I would.
You're a lifesaver, Bert. Curlian takes a stone and sort of looks towards Malphite and Contessa. Are you too good to leave now?
Yes.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, you're prepared. We're going to be going now. Okay.
Perfect.
Curlian sort of rubs the stone between their palms, takes a second to think, and says, "We are on our way right now. I hope you have an explanation. Stay safe until we find you." That's 19.
Here we are in fear, and it's hard.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm going to... Nope. No. I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to chuck him in the river, fish him back out, chuck him back in the river, hold him there for at least 2 minutes, chuck him back out, set his ass on fire, and then leave him dead for the next day and a half.
Malphite, please, that's too gentle.
Give my mind a minute to think of something better.
They have fucking touched Azalea, I swear to Christ.
Curlian sort of takes a deep breath. I'm going to go swing by the tavern. I will meet you all at the front gate. Fuck.
Right. We have...
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, go ahead.
Sooner the better. We have a bird to save and a goblin to strangle. Oh, this is gonna be a long night.
Yeah, Carline's just going by the tavern to fucking fill up their flask at this point.
Excellent. That leaves Malphite and Quintessa.
I'm just gonna wait. Fuck it.
Alright.
Oh, is there a... Is there a nearby rock I can slash?
Once you step outside and get towards the front entrance, yeah.
I just need to take my anger out on something. I don't care if I hit or miss. I just need to hit something.
Well, for a rock, it's less a matter of if you hit an inanimate object, more if you do any damage.
Alright. But I don't care. I do not care.
You go stabby at a rock, and you manage to actually do some real damage to rock.
Takes a deep breath. Right. Walks back in. Now then, where were we?
Alright. Meanwhile, back with Momo, you find yourself in this dark, foggy wood. Autumn leaves swirling around you, branches and brambles hanging everywhere, and the Fey woman just sitting on a stump across from you, looking up with a smirk. Oh, well, hello there. I was wondering when I'd get to see you again.
Momo is immediately going to cast Protection from Evil and Good, which I have prepared.
Okay. You, touch yourself to avoid any strange magical tricks that the Fey woman might have. She laughs. If you think I have any interest in simply charming you, you severely misrepresent me in your mind, let's say.
What do you want with Azalea?
Well, that's not really information I can give out for free, especially to someone who has no real relation to her. I mean, after all, to her, you're just this terrifying, screeching bird in the darkness that caused her so much pain.
I was just trying to help her. I was trying to get you out of her.
And look where that ended up.
He kind of, like, his hand was on his chest after touching himself and casting protection from good and evil, and it kind of just falls limp to his side.
There. We all make snap judgments sometimes.
What will it take to get you out of here?
To get me out of here? Momo, this is where I live. Or at least, one of the places where I live. This is the highest concentration of energy that allows one to cross between the Feywild and the material plane here on Irion. What you should be worried about is how you're going to get out of here.
I couldn't care less if I get out of here or not. I just want to free Malaphane's mother.
And I understand that. I most certainly do, but even if that is still your goal, you certainly can't accomplish that in the middle of the unending woods.
He thinks for a second. What if I made you a deal?
Now we're getting somewhere. You want passage from the woods, correct?
I want Azalea's freedom.
Well, that certainly makes things interesting because she is free. I just have a back door to her. What makes you so sure that getting rid of that would solve anything?
Please, I'll do anything to keep her safe and to make her well again. What do you want in exchange for that?
Well, here is my first offer. In exchange for letting you go, free to do whatever it is you plan to do, free to see your friends again, free to age, to wither and die, you never touch Azalea Lythos again.
That wasn't what I wanted.
I
want
know.
Azalea free.
I know.
And I want her safe
know.
again.
Shh. I know it's hard, not being able to get what you want. But Azalea has made her choice, and I would be so loath to take that choice away from her.
What choice did she make?
Can't tell you that, Momo. Not without a further deal.
What do you want?
So let's see here. Well, you see, I adore children, don't you? I used to have one of my own, but they're so hard to hold on to. You wouldn't mind bringing me another, would you? Once, of course, you're out, because otherwise, well, enchanting you to make sure that you bring me this child wouldn't have any meaning if you couldn't leave this place.
What do you mean, bring you a child?
I mean, I want a child to take with me and raise as my own in the Feywild. Not just any child. I don't want you to go around kidnapping random babies and hoping they are to my satisfaction. I want Hesperocyon.
That's the out of character. I absolutely hate that. I hate that, Alex. You're the worst. I hope you know that.
Uh-huh.
That's one of Groovon's kids, right?
No.
Who's this kid? Do I know them?
I don't know. I don't remember in what context her name's been mentioned to you before.
I don't know this child.
You will.
Zaylee's reason isn't worth it.
Very well. You just let me know when you want to leave, then. And she disappears.
Fuck!
And with that loud, echoing cry of fuck, we're going to transition back to the rest of the party as they head towards the docks leading to Baylight, just as Scam arrives, swimming for his life, and reaches the shore on the other side, panting for air out of sheer exhaustion.
Scam? Scam?
Give me...
Scam!
Give me a second. Actually, give me 15.
You're lucky if you get a fucking millisecond!
Carlian sort of, rushes over and, hauls Scam out of the water and up onto drier land by the collar of his shirt. Scam, what happened? Where's Momo?
Okay, so... we were going to save you a trip in the fucking lizard folk territory to go with the plan that we know would work, which is where we purge the Fey Lady, and then we kill and bring back Malaphane's mom. Then apparently there was some kind of magical trap. I was fine. It got Momo, though.
What kind of magical trap? Is there anything else that you remember? Any sort of distinguishing anything? Come on, Scam.
He was glowing, and then he disappeared, and I had the very awkward situation of becoming not Malaphane.
So you just fucking vanished into thin air, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that is what I said, yes.
You have no fucking clue where he is.
I would love to figure that out. I figured all of us would have more resources put together to figure that shit out, rather than me having to scrounge through, prepare some spells in the morning, and not tell you until the morning, which would have been way worse than telling you now.
Scam. I am glad that you told us. I am still absolutely livid, but I'm glad that you told us so we could get this sorted faster, sooner rather than later, at least. Fuck!
This shouldn't have happened to begin with. We came to a consensus at the beginning of the day yesterday.
No, we didn't. You came to a consensus. I said nothing to agree with that.
Shut your trap. Because of you, Momo is missing.
Yeah?
How do you have any sort of conscience, if anything at all?
And because of me, you actually know this and can do something about it. You're welcome.
You're welcome! You tried to murder his mother behind our backs!
No, it's not murder if we are bringing her back from the dead. I don't understand what you don't get about that.
Fucking well that went!
It would have worked if there wasn't a trap there. How the fuck were we supposed to know there was a trap, huh?
You scum.
No, I'm Scam.
I just spit at him.
Were there
Thank you.
other signs?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Were there any other signs past his disappearance?
Given that there were a bunch of autumn leaves scattered around the body, and it smelled like autumn leaves, I'm gonna go ahead and assume this was a Fey thing.
You don't say!
We already established this!
Look, you asked! You don't get to be angry at me for asking a stupid question and getting exactly the answer you knew was going to come.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I'd like to make an athletics check against him.
Absolutely, Scam is 100% gonna try and defend himself.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, before you try anything really stupid, just think. Is that a good use of your
that's
time
rich.
and the resources?
That's
right
rich! The pot calling the kettle fucking black.
You are so much blacker than I am right now. You're the one who's going to go into the swamps, look for a flower that could poison your mother, rather than go for a tried and true method.
You lost our friend! And you nearly had my mother murdered!
And again, if there wasn't a trap, it would have worked.
We knew from the beginning this would have happened.
No,
How could you not realize that?
Okay.
What the fuck were you thinking?
You knew from the beginning there would be a trap around your mother, huh? Huh? Are you going to look me in the fucking eyes and tell me you knew there would be a trap around your mother?
You knew there'd at least be a catch.
Malifane gets closer to Scam's face. We knew there would be something. Which is more apparently than you can say.
Great! Awesome! Wow! Pat yourselves on the back for that one, then!
Are we gonna stand around fucking jacking off, or are we gonna go fucking try and find Momo?
Yes.
God almighty.
Why should we? He was fucking.
Why should we find Momo?
He was in on it too. Why should I waste my time on him anymore?
Wow, okay, Edgelord, go off, I guess. I thought at least the rest of you would want your friends back. I know you don't have any friends, Quintessa, so I guess that checks out.
Because if we leave him for death, that doesn't make him any better than this fucking moron over here.
Are you just gonna ignore the fact that we've been traveling with Momo, that we've been friends with Momo for quite a while now, that Momo saved our asses multiple fucking times because he can bring people back from the... Are we going to ignore everything that Momo's done? Everything that we've done with Momo? Come on! What the fuck, Malifane?
Wait, breaking character. Why are you bringing that up?
Because
it was Quintessa.
It was Quintessa.
No, but Malifane said, well,
yeah,
if we don't do something, we'll be as bad as Scam. And Carleon's like, what does that fucking mean? What about, actually Momo, if that makes sense?
It means that we need to save Momo. That's essentially what I'm getting at.
Okay, just the way you phrased it was, if we don't save him, we'll be as bad as Scam, as opposed to, we need to save Momo because it's Momo.
Poor phrasing on my part, I apologize.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Cool, we're clear then.
Come on.
I'm almost ready to make a decision, if you would like to switch back.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, go on.
Alright. In that case, we return to Momo in the dark realm of the Fey Lady.
He is sitting on the same stump that she was, and he's holding his head, and he's thinking, and he still has the protection on him, and he's just... I'm ready to make a decision, if you can hear me.
Are you now? You turn around and she is right behind you, running a finger through the air, like right behind your neck, because she cannot actually touch you with the protection from evil and good up.
Okay. You want a deal to let me go? What do you want in exchange?
I told you. To never touch I was about to say Hesperosium, though. To never touch Azalea Lythos again.
Never touch her.
That is correct.
Deal.
She holds out a hand.
I will not come in physical contact with her.
I'm glad we understand.
And he grabs her hand.
Alright, you grab her hand. With a whoosh, the
the environment around you goes white, and you open your eyes and find yourself falling from the sky at the docks near Baylight and landing with a plump right on top of Scam likely. Son of a... I deserve that.
Momo! Oh my god. You're safe. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? What happened? Oh my gosh.
I can still help her.
What do you mean? What?
Malafane, listen to me. I need you. He's like holding on to his face.
Shh.
I need you to trust me. Please trust me. I am begging you, please trust me. Please.
Why did you go?
Just
Why did
wanted
you
to
go
help.
with Scam?
I just wanted to help. And I didn't want to risk you guys dying because of lizard folk, or because of poisoned by flower or something, or the other plague lords that could have killed you on the way. I couldn't risk that. It was the only option that I could think of. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to help. I just need you. I need you to trust me. Please. I swear on my life that I will not let anything bad happen to her from now on if you let me do this. I am begging you, for the sake of your mother, please let me help her. Please.
Malefane's kind of in this weird state right now because it's like, on one hand, yes, I would like you to help my mother, but on one hand, because you did this, you nearly got yourself in trouble. So he's just kind of looking at Momo with like these really scared eyes.
Please trust me. I won't let you down.
Mal?
Please. I know what to do.
I'm not going to say anything, but I will hear you out.
Okay. He stands up. He's shaking really bad. Okay. I was sent to the Fey world, and I met up with the same Fey lady that we've all met before, that we all know and love. And I would have been trapped there if I didn't make a deal with her. And the deal was to never touch Azalea again. However, I agreed to never physically. I don't need to physically touch her to get the Fae out. But I need you guys there with me to help me. Please. We can do this here, right now. We can take care of her immediately. And it'll all be over.
Wait a minute.
Malafane, I know you don't trust me after this stunt I just pulled, but...
Wait, stop. You said you got into the Feywild?
He nods slowly.
How?
It was some sort of trap. As soon as we walked in, I felt some sort of energy and I was whisked away, and I saw her there. It was a dark forest, leaves everywhere. It was empty. It was cold.
Malafane is kind of in a deep thought right now.
He's looking at everyone except Quintessa, just... Well?
Did it seem like there was any sort of warding?
No, the only... Was there? Did I sense any warding there?
I'll let you make an Arcana check.
Okay. Yes!
From what you could tell, it was abjuration magic, and pretty strong abjuration magic.
Abjuration magic. Pretty strong as well.
It's possible that she knew we were going... It's
possible that she knew you two were going to come. And she possibly said that there. If she knew that, then maybe there was a way that...
She would have prepped for if anyone was coming.
Malphine.
What were the other conditions? Were there any other... Actually, are there any conditions to breaking a deal with the Fae, or...
I get sent back.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Oh, I don't.
No.
When we first learned of the Fae woman, I remember rolling and, like, learning that I knew of the Fae myself. Would I know what happens if you break a deal with the Fae?
Make an Arcana check. That.
Very good. Well, Flash of Genius isn't going to do shit. Okay.
I'm not Flash of Geniusing you, my dude. 14 will not help you.
14? What are you talking about?
You know, it could be the massive head trauma from having a bird land on my head. I am seeing numbers everywhere right now. I think I need to lay down.
Right, if you see a Goliath running towards you, just don't.
Sounds like a plan to me.
There has to be another way to get back in there.
If I break the deal that we made, send me back.
Well,
we don't know if those are the circumstances, though.
Wasn't the Fey woman really keen on having a deal with you, Malphine? And speaking to you specifically. There's a good chance if she's still around that if you were there, she would bite, so to speak. I don't know. What do you think?
It's possible.
Did she say anything else, Momo? Was there anything?
I tried to find out what they wanted with Azalea, and she told me that she wanted a child in exchange.
Wow, that's fucked.
Why a child?
You never heard of changelings before? I presume changelings are like are common knowledge.
Have you heard of changelings before? Because they're not native to Arion. Make a...
Oh, I'm sorry. Different changelings.
I mean, anthropologist, could I check?
Oh, the changeling race, not native to Arion. But I'll let you make another Arcana check to see if you know what Fey changelings are.
Alright. Oh, that's even worse.
You are in such a bad mood right now that you can't focus on anything Arcana-based, apparently.
Corellian, I might need your help with this.
Right, of course.
Do you have Revivify, or...
Yes, I do. I can...
Do you have Dispel Good and Do you have Dispel Evil?
Let me think
Spell
on that.
Evil and Good is a 5th level spell.
In that case, no. I do not have access to 5th level spells.
What? Oh.
I'm a quartercaster, dude.
Right. Scam, do you have Dispel Good and Evil, or...
According to the Roll20 character sheet, I also only have spells up to 3rd level.
I think he's also a quartercaster, now that I think about it.
Hey, is that a Goliath I hear coming? Oh, fuck! And then the Goliath comes in with a flying drop kick to Scam. I deserve this. Thank you, Daddy.
Do you have at least Greater Restoration, Corellian?
No, that's magic that's more powerful than what I can cast.
Greater Restoration is a 5th level spell.
I can't cast anything above a 3rd level spell.
Fuck, why are you guys all weenies?
We're 9th level! Yeah, who's calling who
Oh, 11th
weenie,
level.
Momo?
Y'all are weenie at spells. Anyway, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
That was
says the
out of
person who...
character.
So in other words, we really don't have the capability to do what we want to do.
No.
No.
Is- I'm thinking. All the spells Momo needed were touch spells, and I kind of just accidentally locked myself into a... Yeah.
Yeah!
I completely forgot that they were touch spells.
And at this realization, there's a surge of chaotic energy in the air. There's 2, actually. Now that you realize, oh, fuck, that's what happened.
It was at this point that Reggie realized that he
Oh, I'm
done
sorry, Jojo!
All
Right.
right.
Drawing.
Do I draw a
And
card?
at this point, sometime when you
I
play
think
the
last time
spy,
it was Xander, so I think it loops back around to Atlas and Scott.
Alright, big money.
Wait,
I
what?
never drew a card, though. I
All
don't
right.
remember drawing
Neither did
cards.
I.
Oh, you're right. I think we skipped a few people.
I think we might have skipped. In that case, fuck it. Let's have JoJo and Queen draw.
Yeah!
So the exact opposite of what I said.
Alright, I'll let Jojo do it first.
Thank you. What is
What is
this?
that?
The joke.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
No, the joke isn't a bad card.
Yeah, the
That's
joke-
audience based.
The joke is all right. If I can find where I have the list of what all these cards do, there we go.
Which reminds me, I still have the singing card on the back burner.
The joke is tell a joke and deal pun damage based on how funny it was.
Ah. Great!
Have fun.
I'm just gonna put the card that I forgot in my treasures.
All right.
Because we end up drawing these cards and sometimes never using them, so...
Hold on. I have a couple good ones, let me think.
I forget what it was, though. The dance.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah, go on.
Why did we tell actors to break a leg?
Why is
Oh
that?
no.
Because every play has a cast.
Okay, alright.
All right.
Nice.
All right, that one was good. Now the question is, who do I deal that pun damage to?
Scam.
No, Quintessa.
What?
She told me to leave me behind! Fuck that shit!
You don't know that.
I don't know that!
Pun
Momo
damage.
doesn't know that, but I know that!
How much? Oh, wow, fucking hell.
Alright, pun damage is metaphorical, not literal.
Okay.
Pun damage
That
is...
scared me.
Yeah. Like, if you were in the middle of combat, pun damage would apply to enemies and be real, but against players, it's more, you should feel bad, pun damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, the rage of that pun damage will make me draw this card. I do not like the look of this already.
Let me see.
Oh.
The Peacock.
Oh, that's a good card.
That's not a peacock!
You get a new outfit.
Yeah, that's you get a new outfit card. Basically, it's a free set
Oh!
of costume or travelers or whatever clothes.
Nice.
The joke
Do I
was
get to
so
choose,
bad
or is
that
it
you got
just...
a new
You
outfit
get to
out.
choose, yeah, because you have a better sense of your character's fashion sense than I do.
Oh, shit. Oh, hell, okay.
Momo got the peacock once, and I still have the art for it. It's really cool.
I might then make it something a bit like... I might find pictures for reference, but I might make it something, because, like, what she has right now is kind of just her comfy writing gear, so I might make something a bit more practical for travel.
Alright.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while it's being designed, we can just say, "Thump," a pile of clothes falls right in front of you, Quintessa.
Was this part of the deal as well?
No.
Oh, well, mine now.
Malifane thinks, wait, so do we have anything then that can help her, or no? Is it kind of fucked?
If we
Okay.
don't have access to those spells, and Momo can't touch her, I think we just got fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. She also mentioned that Azalea was already free. She just had a back door to her. If she's gone, then all we need to do is cast Greater Restoration.
Again, that's a you thing, and that would require touching her.
Yeah.
What about Magic Circle? Because I have that as well.
Alright, that would keep her from getting in for, I believe, an hour.
Whether keep her in or keep her out, not, make her go. You know what I mean?
If you're so intent on this plan, wasn't Sora a cleric?
I don't think Sora had the ability that Momo has.
Also, I'm pretty sure Sora hates me.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I think Sora would just revive your mom as a zombie to spite you.
You have no right
Yeah,
to
that's
talk.
fair, actually. Well, do you know any other clerics?
Do we know of any other clerics?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
I legitimately don't remember.
Okay.
Or at least celestial sorcerers.
You know Kailani, but...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but...
Oof.
Right, we'll have to
Big
kidnap Kailani now.
Just follow my lead.
Your lead?
Would you rather follow mine, because I get the sense you would not?
Again, you have no right to be talking right now.
Just...
Lead on what, precisely? What do you have in mind?
We... get her out. Trap her. And you will revivify her.
Mama, I'm sorry, but how are we going to get her out? If you can't cast those spells, the only option we have left is trying the Mortis Memoria.
Trust me, please.
I'm looking again at what the components for Revivify are. Their touch. Okay.
With all due respect, Momo, you fucked up your own plan by doing it behind our backs. The only thing we really can do is
First
find
of
the Mortis
all,
Memoria.
Quintessa, you're a bloody wonder, you know that? First of all, it wasn't my plan.
Yeah, I've been very vocal about doing this plan the whole time. I don't know why you're blaming
Okay,
Momo
enough!
for it.
It doesn't matter if it's your plan, it's the fact that you went along with it!
Both of you! Enough. I know I've been one provoking this as well, but there's enough fighting for one night.
Any guns for that?
Momo. And he's kind of taking what Corellian said into account. Are you sure about this?
He looks up at you. And you see, like, this melancholy expression in his eyes. I'm sure. Let's... He ruffles his head feathers. Hope for the best. With a genuine fake smile.
You get a genuine death
kind of-
glare back.
He kind of kneels down and gives Momo a hug and says, just please don't do anything stupid. Not just to my mother, but to yourself. Please.
He doesn't reply. He just hugs you back. Well, let's go. And he starts walking.
You start walking
Where
and get to the shore again.
Yeah.
Jump in.
I'm just saying I don't want to swim back. Maybe we should wait for the boats to open.
That's true. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe we should camp for the night.
I mean, I don't have any objections to that.
fine by me.
Whatever.
All right. And you set up camp during the night. Can I have who's on first watch?
I'll go.
All right. Then second and third watch?
Sure, I'll do second.
You want to do second together?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Muska and I can take third.
Cool. All right. In that case, Momo, roll perception. As I roll for the... As far as you can tell, Momo, your watch is quiet.
I'm
And
just thinking a lot.
eventually it gets to Quintessa's time to watch.
Okay.
All right. Quintessa, as you are on watch, you hear this sound of rhythmic knocking, which is weird because there's nothing resembling a door anywhere nearby. And you look around, and it seems to be coming from the far side of the road.
Can I, look but be stealthy about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a stealth check.
Sure.
Okay. You stealthily go over to check what could be making the knocking sound. You see nothing. There's bushes, there's cobblestones, none of which appear to be animated and knocking on anything.
Shit. Okay. Does it sound loud where I am, or is it, still a bit off?
It's on the other side of the road, so, unless you cross it, it's just gonna still sound pretty distant.
Fuck. I will cross the road like the dumbass I am.
Alright. You cross over the road to get closer to the sound of the knocking, and I'll say eventually you're able to pinpoint the exact location where it's coming from in the middle of the air.
I look. Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, shit. What do I have? Well, I can't do anything.
Alright. You're just there with the knocking.
I kind of why is she doing this? I'm just hello?
The knocking continues in its regular rhythm.
Oh, shit. Why is it... Does it sound what is it? Does it sound just normal knocking, or does it sound like a drum beat or something like that?
Sounds like knocking on a door.
Is there a door in the fucking sky?
You look up at the sky. Nope.
Right, I will... If I can try and pinpoint, exactly where it's coming from, I'll try and shoot an arrow, in the direction.
You shoot an arrow through the air. It goes through the air and lands in the bushes.
Then I'll fucking go back!
You go back. The knocking continues, but after a few hours it stops.
Okay, I will. When Corellian goes on watch, I'll tell them, like, just in case.
All right.
And that's it.
Cool. Corellian and Muska, perception check. Quintessa told you about the knocking, but you don't hear it. Must have faded away.
There's always weird shit on the road. Nothing else?
Nothing else. Quiet night.
Fine by me. I'm gonna finish my fucking flask off.
All right. You finish getting shwasted, and the morning comes.
Hooray.
Hooray. And as you wake up, you see one of the ferries over to Baylight pulling into the dock. The dwarven captain adjusts his cap, sees you. Well, someone was excited to ride.
We have important business.
Sure you do. 2 gold each, you know the drill.
Thank you.
So,
Alright. You hand over the gold. Scam casts disguise self on himself to look like a halfling so that he isn't, caught as the weird goblin who tried breaking into the hospital and pretending to be Malifane.
God, that's really uncanny.
Mm-hmm.
I can still tell.
It's great that you can still tell. What's important is that no one else can.
Yeah, you still got the nose.
Oh, fuck! He grabs his nose and you hear, and it adjusts back into a halfling nose shape. Better?
Good enough.
Great. Alright. And after a couple hours on the ferry, you dock over in Baylight proper.
So now what?
What else do? We go to the hospital.
Right. Of course.
Unless there's anything you guys want to do beforehand.
No.
Momo, you're the one with the plan that we're trusting. Is there anything that we need to prepare? Is there anything we need to do?
You have Revivify prepared, correct?
Yes.
And that's
Correct.
All we need. That's all we need.
God.
Momo, could you at least tell us what you're planning? I mean, we want this
Off
to
we go.
succeed,
And
obviously.
Momo.
He's already...
Momo,
Oh,
stop,
know.
please. Remember we said we would be truthful with each other. Please.
Do you want this plan to work or not?
We don't know because he won't tell us.
I just don't know what we're getting ourselves into.
I want to, and I'm sorry if I'm being dramatic. But... I can't. Just please
That
trust
does
me.
not bode well.
Please just trust me! I am...
Momo, I really want to understand what. Could you at least tell us what you need from us? I understand you need Revivify, but is there anything else? Something, please.
Out of character, this is so much pressure, holy fuck. There's so much shit going on in my mind right now!
Take your time.
We good. we get that, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sec, holy fuck. Okay. I just need... your trust.
Right, yes.
Yes, trust. Okay, that's step 1. What is steps 2 through 47? Because we're missing those.
Okay? If you want me to be more specific, follow me and just...
That's not
being...
No, that is not being specific. That's the exact same thing you've been telling us for a while, Momo.
Okay. Alright. Fine. 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 I'm going to break the deal, catch her in a circle of magic.
Oh my god.
You will cast Revivify, and I will destroy her myself if I can. If not, then she's gone. And so am I.
Oh no.
I.
Quintessa.
Alright, fine. Fine.
No.
It's not like you would
know
care
what to-
anyway, Quintessa. You wanted me gone anyway.
Guys.
This is my mother. I mean, Malaphane's mother we're talking about. It's Escal's mother, too!
Oh, here we go. Let us go again.
Look, be that as it may, how angry I am at him, it's still his mother.
It's also about you. We don't know the circumstances that will lead to this. We don't know what breaking the deal will do. And besides that, I don't think anyone here wants to lose you.
There's a small chance that I won't be gone.
Oh no.
If this happens the way you say it's going to go down, we won't be able to follow you, Momo, and that is very concerning. I'm not trying to say that you are incapable, far beyond that, but alone in the Feywild with the Fey, I don't know what we would do if things should go wrong. I think that this is a gamble in which, if you lose, we are left with nothing. Does that make sense?
I understand.
As in, I'm trying to say that if this doesn't work, then you're just fucked, and we're all fucked, and nothing happens, you know?
But Azalea will be back. And
No, Momo, that's what I'm saying, is that if on the off chance this doesn't work, she won't be back, you won't be back either. You get what I mean?
The sacrifice is too great, Momo. The
I...
risk isn't worth the reward.
We won't be able to follow you, we won't be able to assist you, we won't be able to give you backup or do anything like that.
I'm sorry,
I know. I'm not really sure what else there is to do right now either, other than there's the flower option, and then there's the we all tried to provoke the Fey woman or some shit, so she speaks with all of us. Both options fucking suck. But going it completely alone is not the solution.
Rice did.
Momo. I don't think I need to tell you to think about what you just said. And what happened.
I'm sorry. I just want to help like he would.
I know.
Oh,
It's not worth throwing your life away that Momo.
but he threw his life away for me. I would do the same for you guys.
I think that you would rather have Arias here than not, no matter the martyrdom. in that same way, I at least would rather have you here than not, no matter the martyrdom. So please, let's take a breath. Let's consider our options in a way. Try to find a way where we can all at least have a chance at this. Okay?
If we go to this house, we could all possibly die, and I can't do that.
Momo, you were literally just about ready to potentially die on your own in a completely different place. Come on. If we go to the south, we'll all be together. We'll all be able to help one another out if something bad happens.
And besides that, it's better if we work together rather than to go it on alone. This has been proven time and time again. We need you, Momo.
But all I've done is cause trouble.
You think so? I disagree. You've helped us out more times than I can count.
How dare you take that crown away from Scam?
I think I'll take that crown. And
Yeah,
besides,
I think you'll take the crown. That's fine.
you've been with us the longest. If it weren't for you, I don't think this group would even be together in the first place.
No, yeah, you're right.
I just want to make up for the things that I've done. Everything just keeps getting worse, and it feels like it's all my fault. So if I could help with just one thing, then maybe I could make it all up to you guys.
Everybody makes mistakes, Momo. We own up to them and we move on. Well, most of us do. Sort of gives a glare at the goblin.
I have made no mistakes in my life. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's not here to defend himself, dude. It's not fair.
Hey, it's gonna be alright. One way or another, we'll get this done. I promise.
We can do it. And that we includes you. Alright?
Okay.
Right. Okay, so... While we're here, did you want to visit your mother? Do you think it's worth? Well, sorry, that was a bad way of phrasing it. Would it be helpful?
Given what our current circumstances are, I don't really think we have anything that we can do at the moment. Right now, we need to focus on getting that flower.
Yeah.
Right. I have the transport vessel. Made sure not to leave without it, so we can make a leisurely way to Lizard Folk Tower. We'll be fine. We've dealt with lizard folk before on multiple occasions. Be okay.
Alright. So, Momo, get inspiration.
Yay!
Are you alright, Church?
No.
I would fucking write it if you didn't get inspiration for that.
Alright.
I need a minute. Hold on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, can we take a 1 minute break for that?
Yeah, sure. Take a 1 minute break as I go, set up what, if anything, happens on the road ahead.
Whew, time to go breathe some. Holy shit.
Fuck me. Sideways.
Welcome to Fallen Empires. Here we are sad.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, the soap opera.
Do you mean every Dungeons and Dragons game?
Yeah. Alright, so let's see. What does everyone here need the most right now?
My
Scam needs
fucking
a therapist.
fiance to come back.
I think the
Scam
answer
needs a
for everyone is a hug.
Yes.
No,
that-
Quintessa will fucking shoot you if you try to hug her now.
Okay, it's not what she will accept, it's what they need. I don't give a shit what you will accept. It's Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone's got so many fucking problems. No one who is stable goes adventuring. It's not about what you'll accept, it's what you need.
I know! Jesus.
No, the rule is either they never start out, either they don't start out stable, or they start out stable and then slowly but surely get really...
Nah, bro. Normal people don't go adventuring.
Normal people don't go adventuring.
Whoever said normality was part of the equation.
I think the answer is therapy. Does Irion have therapists?
I think we discussed this before. No.
Yeah, you're right.
They do. It's called calm emotions, but it's only temporary, so, you know... Yeah.
That's not therapy, dude. That's literally fucking with someone's mind using enchantment magic. Like, yikes!
That is worse than... That is so much worse.
Depends on who you talk to.
Bro.
No,
bro.
Bruh.
I'm not saying that there's a reason that most people, like, get really fucking mad when they figure out you enchanted them, but...
Isn't that only for, like, some spells? Like, I know Friends does that,
Dude.
I know it's Charm Person or something.
Just because it's written specifically in the rules, hey, people are gonna know you charmed them, doesn't mean that
No, like, mechanically speaking, because I legitimately don't remember.
You're fucking with someone's head, dude! People are gonna get really mad if you do that!
It's kind of terrifying, you know?
I thought Friends is the only one that legitimately provokes you in mechanics.
What sane dungeon master would not have someone be really angry after you cast Charm Person on a dude, and then
Yeah, I think
Charm Person breaks?
I think rules is written. It's the only one that specifies, but the others specify for a reason if they know or not that they've been enchanted. So I guess as intended.
They need to update the spell descriptions.
Time to check the errata.
Scott, you are now my best friend.
1 second. Okay.
Spell's gone.
Now what?
Well, I guess you're okay with it. Okay, so...
How is this any different than normal?
How is this any different than normal, though? Okay, so, now that we had that little diversion, everyone had time to breathe?
Yeah.
I got a snap.
Good.
You got a snap. Alright. And welcome back. You take the ferry out of Baylight and head back to the mainland. As I go get those particular plane sound effects. You head down the hillside and get to about there as night starts to fall.
Alright, so we're setting up camp. Okay. You gonna be alright moving forward?
Yeah.
Now looking at everyone's sans scam.
Dude, he's not here to defend himself out of character.
Yeah. Out of character, he's not here to defend himself. I know 100% he would, but I don't want to say words that Scam would not.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, just for the sake of moving on, assume Scam is outraged, but for the sake of not sacrificing Momo, he's going along with this. Because he'd much rather keep both people than risk losing Momo. I'm going to assume.
It's simple business practices.
Yeah, that's
dude.
the business
Risk
practice.
reward.
What about you, hon?
I don't care.
Quintessa.
She's not in a talking mood.
I'll take first watch.
I'll do second again.
I'll take third.
Oh, alright. Oscar can stay up with you if you want.
Momo gets cuddle time. Yay!
Momo gets cuddle time from the comfort.
Yay!
Support animal, support
Yay,
stone, support
stone.
queen. Cool. Krellin's gonna curl up as close to the fire as they can because it's getting fucking cold out here, and just later.
Later, nerds.
Dear dice gods, please give me something in the double digits. Your friend, Scott.
How?
Thank you.
Your perception is 11. They can't help but give you something in the double digits.
This is, true.
The dice gods respect the audacity of asking them for double digits when you will always have double digits, and ensure
Something
you
in
have a
double
quiet
digits
night.
that's not in red text.
Okay. Your watch is incredibly quiet.
Cool.
Quintessa, you're on watch.
Oh, okay.
You don't hear any knocking, and you don't hear anything else that would be weird, so your watch is quiet.
Nice.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
You get advantage. Oh, okay.
You don't need advantage, because, Momo, you are wide freaking awake, bound and determined to not make any more mistakes, to not disappoint anyone, and you're so determined that you see freaking everything around you. Nothing happens. It is an incredibly quiet watch.
I can see through space and time. My sadness expands over the fabrics of space.
You can see Ravenala drowning in the astral sea.
You can even see.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, she's not drowning. It's not real water.
That was a joke.
You can even see. Hi, Momo. I'm a player. I love you.
You see a collection of giants staring into backlit screens.
Hi, Momo. I'm your dad. What the fuck are you?
So, on full disclosure, I rolled a nat 1 on both Malaphane's and Momo's watch, so Momo is bound and determined to see fucking nothing whatsoever happening.
Oh no.
Nice.
Alright. And morning comes.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone sleep okay?
Slept great. Thanks for asking. Krillin sort of blearily pokes at the embers of the fire, stretches.
I mean, I slept okay, but I know you do not care, so...
Good talk.
Good talk.
Right. Southbound, right?
Yep, as far as aren't gonna pick themselves.
Alright. So you're in Elven territory now.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
boy.
maybe
Which makes
take this
choosing a
one
direction very important.
Okay.
I'd say maybe take as wide a berth as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
west
Mhm.
would be ideal.
Okay.
Set something around those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, feel free to contradict, but
No, that sounds good. That's
Yeah, I'm thinking we can mess with the elves and do the Great Corpse heist on the way back, so that we don't have to run backwards into an army of potentially very angry elves.
Yeah.
Mal is walking forward as he's talking.
Oh, bye.
Okay, bye, shitlord. All right.
Still
Not
kind of.
hear anything else that he has to say.
You head through the grassy plains around a large tributary that leads into the central lake of Irion. You pass by, like, a couple of rustling trees, like squirrels and birds jumping and flying to and fro, and occasional small animals darting into and out of tall grass. But other than that, like, this is a pretty quiet day, too.
Nice.
Alright.
And you get to around there on the road when night starts to fall again.
I'll take second watch.
I can take the final watch.
First.
Oh my god, I can't believe Quintessa's a YouTube commenter.
I know. Why do you think she shut up all the time? She's just staring at a computer.
Yeah. She's commenting on videos. You forgot Megalovania.
Thanks, I hate it.
I can't believe she was a fanfiction writer the whole time.
Oh, no. He's so distracted
You
by
do
the
not get
comment.
Megalovania.
You know what?
Get much to spam.
You see absolutely nothing, Quintessa. Everything's fine tonight.
I'm busy writing my son's ex-Quintessa fanfiction!
Well, you're into those Undertale skeleton fuckers, aren't you?
Pulls the card. It's
Listen,
the
everyone had to start somewhere!
Oh my god.
Right now.
In order for me to get a decent roll in my perception, I passed on my single digits to everyone else. I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Scott.
I've been trying to not fuck up, Malifane. How dare you curse me like this after my fucking breakdown?
Look, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna break down again.
Nice.
Nice.
Dear dice gods, this isn't what I had in mind.
Alright. So, Momo, you see nothing. Everything seems fine to you.
Everything is moving at the same time. I can't focus.
Wait, no, Momo, come back! No,
No, Momo!
Vision of the giants disappears.
Please.
Yay!
Okay, so
Yeah.
Malifane, finally, you see it. The Fey Lady has been sitting on a log by the campfire this whole time.
You're fucking shitting me? I'm gonna piss! I'm gonna piss myself, Alex! I'm gonna piss on your Gucci carpet!
No, not my Gucci carpet!
All over your Gucci carpet! Right on the logo.
Well, have fun!
I take it you're not here just to sit around the campfire and tell stories.
Well, no, I'm not. I was wondering when someone was going to notice me. Everyone else seemed too distracted in their own little problems.
Speaking of problems, what exactly provoked this? And sort of side-eyes Momo.
Looks over at Momo. Oh, well, far be it from me to know. All I know is that Momo decided to return and try to finish his job, and, well, I couldn't have anyone hurting your dear mother.
Been meaning to ask about that. Since you're here, at least. What exactly was the whole point of your heart? My mother wished to grab it for some sort of alchemical ingredient, but you made a deal with her, I'm assuming.
My heart? Oh, if it had been my heart, this would be so much easier. No. She did not.
So there was another.
Yes. Your mother slaughtered my son, butchered him like an animal to cut out his heart for an alchemist to experiment on.
You know nothing about my mother. She lived by a code, and damn well she lived by it.
Don't talk to me about your mother's code, boy. You know nothing of those events.
Oh, sure, she phrased it as she did what she had to do at first. One life for the price of many, but how far does that really get her? Hmm? You know, it would have been very, very easy for me to just kill you instead. Take you as a baby, one son for another. Would have been very poetic. But
So
no,
why didn't you? You've had plenty opportunities to.
I
You've had
have.
plenty opportunities to kill me.
I have. But she was the one who wanted to suffer.
Wanted to suffer.
You talk so highly about your mother's code of pacifism, of never harming anyone who doesn't have to be, never killing anyone, gods forbid. No one believed in that more fervently than her, you know this so well. But she broke that code. That code could never be unbroken. So, she decided that the only way to get through life was to keep punishing herself and punishing herself for her most heinous crime. And I can't help but agree.
What do you mean, punishing herself? What exactly did she do?
Have you looked at her recently? Where's that light in her eyes, Malifane? Where's that warm smile from the mother you knew and loved? Buried at the bottom of a bottle somewhere, perhaps?
That's what I'm still trying to find out.
It really is that simple. People drink to wash away their pain, and your mother's pain can never, ever be washed away. So I'm there to remind her of her failures, to be that listening ear no one else can be, that no one else can truly understand.
So you were involved?
Well, obviously I had to get involved. I couldn't just let my son's murder go unchallenged, untested.
What about Gorewalker? Who's to say there wasn't any involvement with him? I mean, he's the one who requested the favor to begin with.
He was not the one who lifted the blade to do it. Gorewalker's oaths don't preclude him from the killing of a Fae. Your mother's did, and I take oaths very seriously. Why she didn't? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait, no, pardon me, of course she did. Because she did, that's why we're all here, isn't it? That's why you set out to go look for something, anything, that could help your poor, broken family be put back together. But I wonder, does she want to? Does she want to face the world that's become the you become without her?
No, that's... How could you possibly know what my mother wants?
My boy, I'd say at this point I know your mother better than you do.
Can't say that I can't... I don't believe you.
Well, I don't understand why. Do you remember the last words she said to you? How long ago they were?
Years ago. I was still a child.
So many years ago. That kind of pain. The pain that makes you shut out your own flesh and blood. No child could understand that. No one could unless they were opened up to it, and she did not. So yes, Malifane Lythos, I understand exactly what your mother feels.
Enough. Enough!
Enough indeed. I have another business proposition for you while you're here.
Of course you do.
Well,
And
it's
what
more.
would that?
Well, it's more for all the rest of you, because giving it to just you wouldn't particularly be helpful. Feel free to wake them if you'd like.
You have no involvement with them. If what you say is true, and I doubt it is, they have no involvement with this at all.
Well, that's true, and in that case, I wish you the best of luck going through a territory where you, I don't know, stuffed their general into a bag of holding and tossed her into the astral sea. I'm sure that's going to end very well for you.
Ravenella. What do you want?
I want to help you out. I want to give you ways that you can pass through the forest under the watchful eyes of the elves. Not be recognized, not be dragged into the forest's deepest, darkest crevices, never to be seen again. After all, you're looking for that flower to help your mother, aren't you? Without me, you'll never even get to the swamps.
We've gotten through it before. Gone through it many times. We can do it again. And what exactly is so funny?
The fact that I know you believe that.
Is Momo allowed to wake up?
You can absolutely wake up if you want to, Momo.
I'm pretty sure anyone can.
Yeah, anyone can wake up if they want.
Momo hears the chuckling and his eyes flutter open and he looks over.
You
Oh,
planted
hello,
something,
Momo.
didn't you? Hey, Momo. Momo, stay back.
I'm not
No.
here to hurt you. Why does everyone always assume I'm here to hurt people?
You planted something there, didn't you? Those creatures from last time, are they in the swamps?
Malifane, she only triggered those creatures because you attacked her.
I know, and I still regret that.
Momo's gonna cast Protection from Good, Evil, and Good on one willing creature on Malifane.
Alright. Magic surrounds Malifane, protecting him from any of the Fey Lady's charms. No. It wouldn't be very efficient to send a red cap southward, not if they're to help the elves who so requested that help.
Help? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about they need an army, and they're getting every source they can. And if you wish to go south without my help, you'll see firsthand what an elven army is capable of against 5 wary travelers.
Why would you want to help us?
My
Especially if you
reasons are
have-
my own.
And let's rephrase the question. Why would you help us, considering the history you have with my mother?
That's the exact same question, Malifane, and I believe you know that.
Let me,
We'll talk later.
what could you do to help, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm sure the elves are on high alert ever since your last escapade through the forest, and if you were to go trudging through, it would only be a matter of time before one of them saw you. But if they didn't recognize you, that would remove that problem entirely. Now, I'm sure you have all sorts of spells to disguise yourself and alter your appearance. Tell me, how long do you plan to keep all of those up?
He doesn't really, he kind of trails off a little. He looks at Malifane, and then he looks back at the party.
After all, Momo, you are very distinctive. What I'm offering each of you, if you would wake up, is a disguise to let you go through unchallenged by the elves here. It could even let you walk straight into Astral Aura, should you so desire. Just don't get caught in a lie. My glamours don't tend to like that.
I'd say at this point, Carlene's probably been sort of awake and listening, but not really sitting up or saying anything.
Mhm.
But at this point, they sort of sit up and like stiffly. It's a
Malif-
very generous offer.
Why, thank you. I'm glad someone can recognize it.
I was going to
And
say so. I do appreciate your offer.
Or Malifane cocks an eyebrow. But
Yes, there's always a but. What do you want in exchange?
Well, that's going to vary for each of you. Let's see. She looks over at Momo. I'm going to discount Scam from this, because this is a heavy decision, and I don't want to make it without Xander, so for right now, Scam is a non-factor.
Good call.
Right. From you, Momo Sansval, a deal that I'm sure you're very familiar with. A syllable of your name.
Fine.
Malifane will remember that.
Malifane will remember that. She holds out a hand.
Which
Momo.
syllables?
Let's take away Sans.
Momo,
What?
think about what you're doing. I'd like to hear the entire deal. All the way through.
Well, for Momo, the deal is simple. Give me Sans from his name, and I can give him a disguise that will let him pass through the woods unrecognized as the last Aarakocra of Irion. Unless, of course, he gets caught in the middle of a lie, in which case you'd have about a minute to run.
Fine. Sans is yours.
The Fey Lady shakes your hand, and Sans disappears from your name.
Momo Vol.
She turns to Corellian. And
Carlene sort of like sort of gets up stiffly.
So I have a table I'm rolling from. The one I just rolled would not make a lot of sense for Corellian. From you, I am afraid the rules say I can't say what you're going to lose, but something on your person will become mine.
Oh, I don't like it.
Let me double check a few things real quick. Is there anything else that I could do?
That's what I'm interested in. If you want to take your chances, then by all means you don't have to take my deal.
No, I meant another option in terms of deals. No?
That is my offer.
Could you give me a moment, please?
Of course. And then she turns towards Malifane. From you, what I want is simple. I want you to say a specific phrase for me.
And that would be...
She clears her throat. I, Malifane Lythos, hereby swear to vanquish this evil, no matter what.
It's an oddly vague phrase, wouldn't you say?
So it is.
Interesting proposal. But I'm already married.
Malifane.
Well, if that's how you feel about Quintessa, that she's some great evil, I'll make sure to let her know.
Excuse me. Excuse me?
Mm-hmm. Well, you compared my proposition to some great evil and then to marriage, which I don't know about that.
He kind of leans towards the Fey lady. Be surprised how much their marriage is failing right now. They're not even married yet.
I don't believe you understand how metaphors work. Regardless, I can't say I agree to these terms.
Unfortunate. Best of luck.
Madam, to clarify something that I'm holding or carrying right now, Curlian sort of quirks an eye ridge, because they're not really, they just woke up, they don't really have any of their equipment on.
Yeah.
And aren't wearing their pack, so it's
Imagine that whatever you brought with you, I can pick something from there. So that I don't, take the literal skin off your back.
That's alright, skin, not much skin left back there anyway.
Hypothetically speaking, what would happen if we... I don't know. Broke one of your deals?
I wouldn't recommend that. In the case of Dear Momo, the name is already mine. In the case of you saying a phrase, you would already had to have said it, you can't take that back. And in the case of Dear Corellian, once the deal is made, I'll have what I want. Signed, sealed, delivered.
I don't know if I can. I don't.
Alex, can... First question, Atlas. Do you have the scroll on you?
It is currently in my equipment on D&D Beyond.
What would I have to do to stealthily take the scroll, or would that even matter?
Buddy, it's a plate. It's like a plate of fucking rock.
It's a plate of rock!
I'm still gonna try, damn it!
You're gonna go over to where Corellian left their things and rummage through to try and take the plate?
Maybe. Yeah.
Stealth,
Gonna try.
Stealth and sleight of hand.
Wait a minute, who's...
Oh, sir, Nita, please be with me. Will this even matter?
Don't do it.
Are you sure?
Goliath peeks out from the rocks.
I know she's gonna take it! And that's what makes me so angry!
I had another item in mind she may have taken, but that's the last I'm going to speak of this.
No, I have to accept. Yes.
Brilliant.
She holds out her hand.
Carillion clasps it and gives a brisk.
All right. You shake her hand, and so for the sake of showing what happens, because I don't think I described this with Momo, this wave of dust and glamour washes over Momo and Corellian, and an image flickers around them, making them look like traveling gnomes from, like, a roving band of traders and merchants and whatnot. The image flickers again so that you can see it's still Momo and Corellian, but you get the sense that this magic will let everyone else see them as just gnomes.
Do we see each other as gnomes?
No. You can... Think of it like the Team Fortress 2 spy, like, anyone who's not you will see a great disguise, everyone who is will just see, like, oh, there's Momo, there's Corellian, they're in disguise.
They're wearing paper masks.
They're wearing the masks.
Gentlemen!
Gentlemen?
Like I said, scam because Xander isn't here. We'll consider a non-factor and deal with it next time Xander's available. The Fey woman turns to Malifane. Now, do you want to wake your fiancé, or should I?
Malifane goes over to her bedroll.
Honey.
Oh, that was. Please tell me that was just.
That was great timing.
Honey,
What?
we've got company.
Bad company.
Yeah. Points to the Fey woman.
Hello.
She gets up.
I'll try to be brief, since I can tell my presence is very quickly draining your patience. You want to get through the woods, elves are going to be looking for you. I can disguise you. You just need to make a deal.
I'm a human. I'm the most uninteresting race of all time. I don't need a disguise.
Well, if you insist, then best of luck on your travels.
Why? What would you have offered?
Oh, nothing much. A token, really. A trifle. She holds out a potion. Drink.
No.
Could I do a roll to see what on earth this thing is?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh boy, my favorite! Oh boy, my favorite!
Well, you've heard great things about potions brewed by magical humans. Potions brewed by the Fae must be really good.
Could I try?
Sure.
Guys, look, I'm a gnome. I made a gnome hat.
Yeah, this definitely has enchantment magic.
I'm gonna also let that and the fact that this is the Fey one we're talking about override my judgment of that roll. If that's okay with you.
Stop metagaming.
Thank you.
Slap to the face.
I will let
Thank
you figure out, hey, it must be really powerful, but then you're like, wait a second, Fey woman.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, she says no.
Fair enough. Safe travels, says the Fey woman, getting up and walking away.
Oh, okay, she's gone. Alright.
Oh wait, she'll wait if you have something to ask.
Actually, I had one last question. I was rude the first time we met. Is
Yes.
there anything that we could call you?
I don't give out names freely.
Oh, I meant as in not a name, just some way to refer to you. That isn't just
No.
you. Or she. Alright.
What do you give in exchange for it?
Momo.
I'm just hypothetical question.
She grins, clearly loving the opportunity to just keep putting enchantments on Momo.
Wanna help, bro?
So, Momo, are you proficient in any musical instruments or artisan schools?
I am proficient in. Let me see. Come on, Momo, where are your proficiency?
Lower left of the bio tab, I believe.
I mean, I'm proficient in, like, lyre.
The lyre's a musical instrument.
Yeah, but it doesn't say.
What's your background? Acolyte?
Acolyte, yeah.
This. It doesn't look like acolytes get a musical instrument.
Oh, well, that might have been my mistake then. I'm sorry.
Alright, in that case, that roll is invalid. The roll would have been give her one of your proficiencies.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind then.
That shine on your feathers. That particular aspect of your appeal. I want it.
I said it was just a hyper.
You can help.
This particular deal is trade one aspect of your beauty.
Oh my god!
I mean, if it is a hypothetical, then by all means, keep going without knowledge of what you can call me.
I look back at Corellian.
Carlin just sort of like does a shrug. It was more of a formality question as opposed to a I actually like need to know this question, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was more of a I feel like calling someone by just hey you is rude, but shrug. No, I get it. Yeah, Carlin just sort of shakes their head at you, Mama.
We'll hold off for now.
Very well. Have fun. And she walks off.
Well. Those of you that didn't get disguises, I wish you well.
Wait, you accepted?
Of course I did. I'm the last Aarakocra in fucking Arion. Of course they would recognize me.
What did you give her?
I'd be spotted instantly.
It was a syllable of the name, of his name.
Oh. Oh, I guess that's not so bad.
I'm now Momo Vold.
Fine.
And sans does mean without in another language. So
I suppose it's fitting then.
What does vol mean then?
Flight.
Oh, so you're with flight, huh? Funny. I need to go take a breather or something. I'll be within view. Don't worry. I just need to step away for a moment.
I understand.
And Krellin is going to sort of shakily put a claw on Moska's shoulder and sort of step away from the camp for a little bit. Still within view. Not like going off into the woods totally alone, just a little space.
Yeah.
Malaphane's just kind of talking to himself at this point, just like,
She didn't actually do it, right? No.
I'm just gonna fly into a tree and just relax.
Right. What time is it right now? Is it still night, or...?
It's getting to be really early morning. Dawn is coming through.
Are you okay? Tessa?
Tessa's BRBing.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw Momo.
After some time, Corellian sort of makes their way slowly back to camp. Still one claw like tangled in Musk's. So, what is the plan if you two get recognized by the elves?
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I don't think that's a viable answer at this
From the
point.
tree, you guys hear like, no, 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 and he jumps down and like glides down. That's not how we're doing it this time. We need an actual plan if you guys get caught.
Yeah.
Because if we cross that bridge when we get to it, when we get to that bridge, you won't be alive anymore.
Yeah, because you're distinctive. Quintessa's distinctive. People would absolutely recognize both of you 100%.
I
Scam
have one
can disguise
idea,
himself.
but I have one suggestion, but I don't think any of you are going to like it.
What?
A proposition for the elves. The reason they're in their state is because they're missing their leader, Avanala. The only other option I can think of is we get caught and captured. Maybe we propose to venture into the astral plane and save her.
Are
Hold
you
on.
kidding me?
Hold on.
If we're on better terms with them,
Hang on. Do they even know it was us?
Do they even know it was us? Asks Momo, who got a sending spell directly from Solana, asking, hey, do you know anything?
He just said that that's what happened. He didn't say that it was us.
They probably put two and two together by this point.
Frick!
Elves are
Never mind
smart.
then. Elves are very smart. I'm just not an elf.
Well, there's also the whole issue of Momo and I cannot lie.
Oh, yes.
What?
If we lie, then our
if we-
disguises dispel.
Yes.
Oh crap.
the reason they're in this position right now is because they don't have the leader of the Shisun Thay. If we offer to make a save for them, maybe we'll regain their trust, even if it's just a little bit.
I don't believe that we have anything to offer that they don't already have or have access to, is the thing.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
So we give in exchange for fucking leader. What could we give them in exchange for leader? We can give back.
Even so, what's to stop them from just killing you outright?
Good call.
So what other choice do we have? Besides,
Well, what spell options are available to us?
Yeah, so here's the problem with Alta Self and Disguise Self. They only work on yourself.
I see.
I mean, I could just disguise myself as best I can.
They only work on yourself, says the sorcerer with meta magic.
Haha.
I don't think he's...
Very funny, asshole. I am not a sorcerer. Oh wait, yes he is. Yes he is. I completely
Yes,
lied.
he is.
Is he high enough level to have
Yeah.
magic as a
I'll
sorcerer?
have to double check what level he is in sorcerer because I'm pretty sure.
Level
It's
3,
one.
I'm thinking to be. Oh, for fuck's
Ah.
sake.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah. Yeah, you want to say that again? You want to say, hey, here's what you can do when I literally cannot do that? That's not how my magic works right now.
So you didn't lie. First time for everything. In any case.
Fuck you
I
too.
mean,
What?
In any
never
case.
mind. I have these clothes that just dropped out of the sky. I could try and make something of them.
Are you good with a disguise kit by any chance, Malifane?
Can't say I am, no.
Oh, shit.
But I am good at hiding.
That could
Better than elves who live in this forest?
I've seen him hide. I
Yes.
don't have bad faith in him.
I'm just concerned because should something happen, we can't help them. Not really.
Promise us that you will be
Extremely careful. Yes?
I will do my absolute best.
Thank you, Mel.
I don't know if this will work.
Neither do I.
You've made the deals, it's too late to turn back.
No, I mean you two not having made the deals. I did what I had to, because that's what needed to be done.
Like I said, I'm a human. And who really cares about humans?
A very distinctive human that fought alongside a number of members of the Sheeson.
The deal she made was too vague. If I had been... Like I said before, if there was any sort of string attached to it, there would have been major consequences.
He probably would have sent you to kill somebody. She was roping you into a contract, if that's what you're trying to say.
Exactly. And why on earth would I do something like that?
Precisely, which is why you made the right choice.
Thank you.
We hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can travel a half a day behind and ahead of each other, I suppose, because getting caught in the same group would be disastrous. I have one of the sending stones. I'll pass the sending stone.
I think the idea was to leave the other one at Battenrance Hall. Did you take it from Battenrance Hall?
Yeah, Corellian was like,
okay.
I was in a fucking
So I
hurry.
guess when we get back, because we are getting back, we leave one there, okay?
Yes, of course, I agree. I just, we had to leave in a hurry. Corellian will hand their sending stone to either Malphite or Quintessa, and then Scam can keep his, so, yeah.
Okay.
We'll meet back up when we reach the swamps.
Sounds good.
Good luck to you both.
You as well.
Fuck.
All right. You head out. I'll put a Malifane token right behind the general party. Party heads in. Morning passes. The afternoon passes as light stops passing through the trees. And at the evening, they get to the edge of the swamp. Malifane and Quintessa, I'm going to need you to make stealth checks.
You got it.
We don't have
Yes, I
it.
hate it.
Ready?
Maybe. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, not too bad.
All right. Malifane, you're doing great.
I don't
Oh.
like the way you said that.
You meet back up with the rest of the party.
Oh, thank God for that.
Okay.
And settle down at the edge of the swamp to start making preparations. And as you talk about how you're going to get them Mortis Memoria. That's funny. Weren't you carrying that clay jar before, Corellian?
I knew it! I knew that would happen! I knew that would happen!
And that's where we're going to end our session.
For fuck's sake.
Call that shit.
Well, this has been really fun. This is a really good session. Bravo to everyone acting-wise. When we come back next week, swamp time! We'll see everyone later. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.